What is going on, y'all? We are back with another video. In case you don't know, my name is DJ Richie Sky. A lot of you guys may know that I have a news channel, or really a commentary channel on YouTube called DJ Richie Sky, where we talk about reality TV, news, and entertainment. But lately I've been feeling like I need to share a little bit more about, things that I'm doing in business, personal life, lifestyle, travel, that sort of thing. So hopefully this channel is serving as motivation or inspiration or just helping you get to know me just a little bit better. So today's video is going to be me talking about, how to avoid burnout as a YouTuber. And this is something that I feel like not enough people talk about. I mean, I'm sure that there are videos out there about it, but I know that a lot of people, if you have been following me on my other channel, you will know that I posted something a couple of weeks ago where I said, I needed to figure out what I was gonna do to sort of switch up my channel and figure things out and figure out a schedule that worked for me. It was really because I was just tired, honestly. When you're doing a news channel, you are going hard. You are going super hard, right? Because you're following the news stories as they drop. And then, for me, what I do on my channel specifically, I'm not trying to break any news. I'm mostly just talking about the stories that are breaking from the perspective of someone who has worked in television and in news and in reality TV. I'm coming at the stories from that perspective. And, we have a great community of people who really enjoy reality TV news, but at the end of the day, reality TV news or any type of news content can become draining after a while. Just being honest with you, because it's such a, there's sometimes this rush to be on top of everything, and that other people are, all up in the news and they want to get their stories out. And I shout out and I salute all of those creators who are on top of it like that. I just made the decision that just cannot be me anymore. I'm more interested in just connecting with my audience at this point, and we have a good time doing that. But it wasn't until I came to that realization that, this is the lane that I'm in. I'm planting my flag in more of the commentary, reaction to the news type of person. I feel a lot more at peace with life in general, and I'm having a lot more fun on my channel. But I thought that for any new YouTuber out there, or for just anyone who is curious about how to get into YouTube or starting their own YouTube channel, I thought that this might be the video for you, okay? And so I will have talked about some of these points before if you guys have seen any of my other videos on this channel, but they really do sort of hit home at this idea of avoiding burnout. So we're gonna talk about my 5 tips for avoiding burnout on YouTube right now. And if you enjoy this type of content, or if you just like me, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below, hit that notification bell button. You can also text me at my texting community. What will happen when you do that is if you text RichieIRL, that's Richie in real life, to the number down below in the description of this video, then you will get notifications of every time a video drops on this channel. Now that we've gotten that out of the way, hopefully you've subscribed already, hopefully you've liked the video or place a comment down there. Anyway, now that we got that out of the way, let's get into my tips for essentially helping you avoid burnout on YouTube, all right? Number 1, I said, and I'm reading my notes from my phone, develop a research, planning, filming, and editing schedule and stick to it. So what I mean by that is, when you're doing a YouTube channel, I'm gonna operate under the assumption that you are doing it to either inform or educate, or to entertain, right? So specifically, if you are doing YouTube to inform or educate, that could either be news, that could be some type of educational evergreen content. And what I mean by evergreen is that it does not go out of style. It's always relevant. News is only going to be relevant for today or next week, and then it's on to the next thing, right? So if you're doing, if you're educating or if you are entertaining, you're gonna want to research the topic or the whatever it is that you're talking about, or whatever game that you're playing, whatever it is. Just understand your topic, develop a process by which you can research what you want to talk about or what you want to play or what you want to do. Know it so that you come across as an expert. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna educate somebody, I mean, you gotta know something about it, right? And then develop a plan for how you're going to map out all of your video content. So for me, let me give you an example of what I mean by that. So every day, or at least 5 days a week, and sometimes 6 days a week, either I'm doing a recap for a TV show or I'm doing just news and I'm talking about the news that has come out that day. Whatever it is, if I've watched the show, I've usually watched it the night before. So I've already kind of done the research. But there is some planning that goes into that because I need to develop my thumbnails. I need to pull out any photos that may accompany what I'm talking about. And developing a thumbnail is a whole just game in and of itself, right? So I usually take about an hour to an hour and a half to really prep before I do every single video. Because I do my own thumbnails at this point for my news channel. Now, I have a whole separate plan for how I plan out content for this channel, how it's edited, how it's filmed, and how it's edited, and the thumbnails. I have a company that I work with that helps me, get the editing and the thumbnails done. But for my news channel, I do it all myself, right? So you need to set a plan for how you're gonna manage that process every day or every week. Personally, I like the idea of releasing 2 videos a week for a channel that is evergreen, or maybe once per week, because you just, sometimes it just takes you a lot of time to create, to actually put together something that is visually stunning enough to really capture the attention of your audience, right? Your filming process, that can either be done on your phone like this, or on a camera like the one I'm using on right now. It doesn't have to be expensive. Whatever the case is, just have it down. And your editing process, for my news channel, I work within StreamYard so I can pull elements in live, real time. Streamlabs is another great one that I'm thinking about investigating so that you can do these things real time as you're working. But if you're the type of person that likes to film and then edit, then obviously you can use iMovie, or you can graduate to something like, there's Adobe, or oh my God, I can't even think of the other one that you can graduate from when you graduate from iMovie. But typically, if I'm doing something like that, I'm using iMovie because I can use that either on my phone or I can use it on my computer. But I can also use Video Leap, which is what I've used for a long time for my news channel when I was first doing news videos. So I was using literally my phone, doing the filming and editing, whatever it is. Just develop a process for doing this, and once you do that, you are gold. Okay, so follow me along here, because number 2, do not compare yourself to others. There is going to be another creator out there that you are going to come across that does things in a way that you just absolutely love. Or there's gonna be a creator that comes along that actually surpasses you. If you guys can hear, my dog is snoring in the background. But there's gonna be a creator that surpasses you, and that's okay too, because what you wanna do is you always wanna root for the people that are in the same space that you're in, because it means that you guys are onto the right thing. It's the thing that everybody is wanting to watch. So, I'm always collaboration over competition, right? So that's that for me, right? So don't compare yourself to others, because that will take you away from the planning and the process that you have set forth for yourself. Stay the course for what you have decided that you have committed to doing, okay? Number 3, do not respond to negative comments. Negative comments will take you off your path, and my belief is this. For every negative comment that you think about that affects you negatively, you need to put as much energy into the comments that are positive, because I guarantee you, 9 times out of 10, you are getting way more positive feedback than you are negative feedback. It's just human nature that we tend to focus on the negative because it hits us usually at our cores, or we just focus on stuff that people don't like about us. And I don't know why we do that, but it's natural, right? So what I want you to do is just focus on the positive. Listen, and I think what I would also tell you is don't put too much stock into every little comment that you get. It cannot sway you or take you out of your game. Acknowledge the comment. If there's some positive feedback that you can take from a negative comment, take it. But otherwise, eat the fish, throw away the bones. You understand what I'm saying? Take what you need from it and then toss out the rest. Okay? Number 4 is focus on your focus. And so for me, the comparison and the focusing on the negative comments, that's the stuff that will take you off of your focus. So when I say focus on your focus, that's what I mean. Go back to number 1. You have developed a research, a planning, a filming, and an editing and a posting process that you have decided to stick to. Now, outside of getting better at that, that should be the only thing that is guiding your compass. You know what I'm saying? And so by not focusing too much on the negative comments and by not comparing yourself to others, you are keeping your focus on the thing that you have decided to focus on, which is creating great YouTube content, I should say. Sorry. All right. So number 5, and this is important. Take breaks and vacations whenever necessary. I want you guys to let that one sink in. Let it sink in. Has it sunk in yet? Okay. And let me say this because it's very important. When I first started my news channel, I had a trip scheduled to Dubai. And while I was there, because my channel was just taking off, I felt like, oh my God, the views are coming in, like we gotta keep this thing going, the subscribers are coming, like I gotta keep this moving. So I was even on vacation in Dubai doing videos about things that were happening on reality TV shows back here in the States. Not to say that I didn't enjoy my time in Dubai, because I did, but that has been the case for me since I've had my channel. I've been doing work while I've been vacationing, and it is, it's great because I can still keep in contact with my audience while I am on vacation. But at a certain point in time, it adds an extra element of work to vacation, right? When the idea of vacationing is to vacate. All right. So for me, I had to learn, you gotta take some time for yourself. So I have a trip coming up to South Africa. Now, I'm not sure when this video will be out because I'm kind of editing and filming some things in advance so that I have some content, while I'm gone. But, if this video is out while I'm in South Africa, my desire is to not do any news related content. I just want to vlog. I want to capture the experience, and I want to have something to come back and edit so that I can actually put together a nice little video for you guys. But I want to focus on vacation. I want to focus on the mental break. I want to focus on just being myself and not having to think too much about, what's happening in the news, what happened on this show. The idea of a vacation, the idea of a break is that you absolutely vacate the premises of your work. Okay? And that's not something that I've done. I've not done that very well for myself. So I want to make sure that I'm doing that moving forward. And so these are the things that I've learned over the course of these past, 2.5 years that I've been on YouTube with my news channel. I want to be able to take the things that I've learned over there and bring them over here, because I do get a lot of questions from people who want to start their own YouTube journeys, who want to start their own YouTube channels. I want you guys to have an understanding of, what the real deal is and what burnout can look like, or what to do about it. Because the longer you are on this platform, trust and believe, there will come a time when it occurs and it happens to you. It's like clockwork. It may not happen now, it may not happen next week or even next year, but at a certain point in time, if you don't know the signs, or if you don't know when your body is telling you you need to take a break and reset, you will face burnout. And so maybe I'll do another video on what the signs are of burnout from YouTube, but I just want you guys to avoid it so maybe you don't have to experience it. But if you like this content, guys, I want you guys to subscribe down below, hit that notification bell button, join the texting community. I can send you a text message every time a new video drops. And with that being said, guys, I will catch you in the next video.